Hello there everyone, this is Jeff Perkins with File Magic Cutlery. Today I'm going to be doing a review on the good old Bradley Cutlery Alias 1. This is one of mine that I've had for a number of years, probably a little over 3 years. As you can see, I have done some anodizing on this particular model. This was one of my very first knives that I completed some anodizing on. The Bradley Alias 1 typically comes with a bead blasted handle. What I've done on this one was went ahead and sanded down most of the bead blasting, buffed it out, and then I did the anodizing and went with a bit of a rainbow pattern on it. I'm very pleased with the way it turned out. The color took nicely to both sides, some nice golds. Really turned out looking pretty good. I did do a stone wash on the pocket clip. This one's seen an awful lot of pocket time over the years. It is a single hand operation. Blade runs incredibly smoothly on bronze bushings. It's always been a very nice and reliable knife for me. Blade is an S30V. And this particular model is made in the United States. It's got the nice little blue standoffs and the blue thumb stud. Always made it look pretty nice as people took a look at it, that type of thing. See if we can come back and focus there. Overall specs on this one. The knife opened is 8.25 inches. The blade length is 3.5 inches. Closed, it's 4.75 inches. It does have that nice drop point blade with a nice swedge in it. The shape of the blade has always been real nice for cutting things and that type of stuff. This particular model does have the partly serrated. Does have some jimping up top. It gives you a little bit of purchase there. It's not overly done. Your thumb will grab on it a little bit. There is no jimping on the back of the handle or the underside of the handle. It does have some little notches cut out in the lock bar. This lock bar is at about 50%. There is no steel insert. This is a little bit older design before they were starting to use the steel inserts. There also is no lock bar over travel or stabilizer, so potentially you could go a little bit too far with the lock bar as you push it open. I haven't particularly had that problem, but there is that possibility if you were to push too hard on it. No problem with lock stick or anything like that. The blade is nice and solid and always has been. It's got a couple nicks and dings here and there. Definitely seen a lot of carry time. Bradley Cutlery Company, I believe, has actually gone out of business at this point. I've checked on their website. They haven't updated anything in a number of years. Places like Blade HQ and that type of thing are not getting new stock in or anything like that. I went on to eBay last night. There are a couple of them out there. You can find them with the blue titanium handle every once in a while for about $300. They're getting harder and harder to come by. They did make a couple versions that also had, it was either like a black plastic or a G10 handle as well. They had some nice Damascus versions out there. Most of them were coming out with a gray bead blasted handle. You could get a blue bead blasted handle as well. This one was gray before I did the work on it. This one does allow for tip up or tip down carry on the right hand side, so you can definitely switch that pocket clip out. I have always been a fan of the tip up carry, and again, of course, anybody that's seen my videos knows I'm a big fan of the lanyard, so there's almost always a lanyard if it's possible. I've enjoyed carrying this one. This one was my first experience with titanium handles. It was one of the first knives that I had with the S30V steel, and it really did kind of start me off on that path. This particular model has been referred to as the poor man's Savenza by a number of different people over the years, just because when it originally came out, it was what you could go to get the titanium handles, get the higher quality steel, but not quite have to pay the price for the Savenza. I actually enjoy this one a lot. The way it flips open with your thumb is just fantastic. I'm all about a knife that opens fast. The detent is definitely strong enough that it's not going to pop open by shaking it down. But a flip of the thumb and that thing is just flying right out there. The stop pin seems to be good and solid. It does go through both sides of the titanium, and it doesn't show any signs of wear. There is no blade play in this. It's been nice and solid as long as I've owned it. Of course, when we put it back together, we used all our Loctite and that type of thing. Overall, it's been a really nice knife. Like I said, they're getting a little harder to come by now. They don't have quite the same features that the titanium tactical type knives are coming out with these days, with the stop bars and the steel inserts on the lock bar and that type of thing. But definitely a very good EDC knife. Not too big, not too small. Definitely enough knife to have solid in your hand and not have any issue. I've got a medium to large hand, and it definitely fills it up nicely. As you can see, the more you handle it, that titanium will get that little bit of hazy look every once in a while, but that's always an easy fix. Spray a little bit of Windex on a paper cloth, wipe it down, and let all that color just fire back through it. So overall, definitely has been a very good knife over the years. I'm pretty pleased with it. So if you get the chance and you can grab one up, I would imagine they'll continue to go up in value as it gets a little bit older. There for a little while, Benchmade had actually bought out the name, but they really didn't do much with it. So it doesn't look like they're going to continue making them or anything like that. The blade's centered nicely in it. Never had any problem with blade centering or anything like that. Knife came apart real easy. When I did the work on it, has always been easy to clean with just those standoffs versus the solid back spacer. So it's always been nice to keep clean and that type of thing. Well, thank you for tuning in to the review, and hope to see you on the next one. Have a good one.